Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of One Piece, which is on episode 954. Now, this episode right here was actually really nice. The way how they adapted it was actually really slick. And seeing how I understand why each episode takes a long time to adapt at least a chapter or chapter or less, I can understand why. I would rather see this in a very slow, horrible pace because if it catches up to the manga, guarantee it's gonna be hard time having a wait for so long every time. Though I can understand a lot of people why they would drop the One Piece anime, but yeah. Anyways, let's just get this started. We have to it that after the opening, we have this bandit monk Yukimaru having to run away, and Kawamatsu ends up taking care of some Kaido subordinates, no problem, and ends up telling a story to Hiyori of what happened with him after she disappeared, you know? One day, he was about to commit his own seppuku life, or take his own life because of his guilt and remorse, of unable to protect Hiyori. Eventually, he hears a howling, bellowing growl, etc., and he ends up finding a fox named Onimaru, which he knows about because he met this little fox when he was with his master, Unfortunately for him, we all know that he passed away. Eventually, Kawamatsu ends up bonding with Onimaru, and they end up sharing a meal together, or he fed him fried tofu. And what makes it ugly right now, the next day, Onimaru attacked Kawamatsu because he's disturbing the people's graves when it comes to the weapons. As we get to know in this episode, that whoever was born in this region that's called Ringo, I believe, that Kawamatsu calls it, these people who are born in the Ringo territory will be given a weapon when they are born, and they will stay with them until the day they die, And that alone is supposed to be their swords is supposed to be with them to the very end. And disturbing them when they are placed on their grave is nothing more than an act of disrespect and all that. Kawamatsu knows this, but he tried to convince Onimaru that he's trying to bury the swords and keep them from getting robbed because they need to use them. I know what he's doing is possibly a sin and something he can't be forgiven, but a battle is going to happen in about 13 years, While his other friends or allies are cast into the future, he is left behind to protect Hiyori, etc. But unfortunately, he is unable to fulfill that duty. Because of that, he is to collect as many weapons as he can and use it for the battle that's going to happen in 13 years or so. Whatever the case may be, Kawamatsu says he has to do this, otherwise, because it is a way to freaking help to make up the sin for unable to protect Hiyori. And we have to that even though Onimaru doesn't like the idea of taking the swords out of the graves, he decides to, knowing that he understands Kawamatsu, etc., he decides to help him out and bury the swords and hide them for now, Even so, one day, freaking Kawamatsu will later on be captured while trying to steal fried tofu whatsoever, And by that time that happened, we have to it that, Kawamatsu will be thrown into prison for so many years and be fed poisoned fish and believes that Onimaru left him after what happened here and there, But what Kawamatsu does not know is that Onimaru is actually the Gyukimaru that he and Onimaru made up when they attacked Bingo, Bongo, and Banga, whatever the hell those three names are. Whatever the case may be, Kawamatsu will later on be surprised about the weapon gatherings, and it was all thanks to Onimaru, who apparently was actually the Gyukimaru, who apparently was fulfilling the duty that he had with Kawamatsu for many years, and says, "I wish you the best of luck now," and the fox therefore disappears and walks off on his own, which really sucks. I was hoping for him to say at least a proper goodbye before leaving, but I guess Onimaru decides to leave right away. Anyways, we have to it that Hiyori talks to Zoro about Shusui, which apparently is Wano country's greatest treasure and its important sword. Hiyori asks Zoro to return it, while Zoro's like, "I told you, I got that sword and earned it." But Hiyori therefore tells Zoro, "I'll tell you this, I'll give you a replacement. I will give you the sword Emma that was passed on to me by my late father. How about that? It is the only sword that ever gave Kaido's scar an injury. How's that sound?" Zoro seems to be enlightened at the idea and decides to take the offer, the way how he looks at it. preview next episode. The way how it looks like, I really wish they could have at least like put it in more of a simple non-spoiler format. But anyways, looking forward to the next episode. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.